Oh, is it recording?
Yeah.
Hello, boys! And so, specific shout out to the gender fluid community. Pride Month and all. Are you wet?
Get it?
Because fluid.
Here, I'll do my version. Hello, boys. How are we? Wait, hello. Wait, fuck, I fucked it up. Anyway, today we're looking at the Doors community. Someone said I should look at Doors, and I said, yes, I will. I brought on my sister because we both played Doors, so I thought maybe it would be nice to have someone else who's, like, played the game and seen what we're going to look at, all the entities we see today. A lot of the Doors community is just shipping and, like, sexual fan art, I guess. Well, not sexual. I mean, I guess you can make a case for sexual, at least with some of them, but we'll get there when we get there. Let us start.
Yes.
I don't even know if my speaker's connected. Okay. So one of my big problems of this is just, it's weird. There's not much I can say about it. It's nothing too harmful. It's just weird. I personally look at these sort of videos and go, why do you ship these characters? They're like actual entities. They're monsters, They're supposed to be your enemy, I guess. And yet you look at them with, like, romantic/sexual potential. Sexual in terms of other videos, we'll see this one isn't sexual inherently. It isn't sexual at all. There's not really a way you can interpret it as sexual. It's just weird that, you played Doors, you saw these two characters, and now you're going, okay then, but why if they were boyfriends? That's one of the things they say quite a bit. What about you? How do you feel about this?
I think it's a bit odd. It's harmless, though. That's all I really have to say.
That's all you really can say. Odd, but harmless.
It's a banger.
So you speak German.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Yes, I do speak German. Did 3 years of it in high school, and all I can say
No,
is...
I meant tell him in German, blood.
Tell what in German?
Nein, eins, Gumpfskeins. Close.
Das ist nein good.
Close but no bueno.
No bueno.
Close but no German. Anyway,
Guten Tag.
so again, shipping the two characters. This is one of the main ships. There are other ships, but they're just not as popular. Like, I couldn't find any videos on TikTok of them. And I probably could go somewhere else to look for them. But, I'm a little bit lazy, so...
All it is, again, just nothing harmful yet. Nothing that makes you think, what are these guys
There
doing?
are comments, though. There are comments here I'll grab. Like there are comments like this, which now it's even weirder. The video itself isn't weird. No. Comments like this or this, they are a little bit weird. They are supposed to be an enemy, I guess, yet you make them kiss. And now this, I say it's sexual. A peck is, you can argue it's not sexual, but like a full-blown, dislocated jaw type of kissing, that is, sexual, at least to me. It's also weird. People headcanon them as husbands. Let me get me out of the way. They're husbands, Your Honor. It's kind of weird. So
Do
you
they
just
have canon genders? Do they have canon genders?
I don't think so. They are just entities, but we can check. That's a good question.
Genderless, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, amorphous black slime-like entity rather than a living being. It has no biological sex or specified gender. I mean, giving it a gender isn't the weirdest thing. A lot of people do headcanons.
Just kind of make things easier.
Kind of.
Even
Again,
just giving them, pronouns such as he or they.
Yeah.
Or she as well. That's pronoun.
Again, people do it, by accident. I can tell you there's probably been times where I'm playing Doors and I'm like, oh yeah, see, he's after us. He's going to chase us. Or figure, he's round the corner. So I guess we all kind of default to maybe dudes for sort of entities. Of course,
I usually use it's.
It's.
Yeah.
Actually, that is probably another one I use.
Scares me.
Yeah,
If it scares me,
is.
isn't it?
Of course, that was just a little tangent. That has nothing to do with the video itself.
Yeah.
It is weird. You are just shipping two entities again. Again, nothing harmless. It's quite
Nothing harmful.
Yeah, nothing harmful. It's harmless.
Yeah.
It's just, I personally find it weird. You go into Roblox, you see these characters, and again, most of the time they're not doing it to just one game or one series. It's multiple. They go into doors and then do this. But they're probably going into Dandy's World to do this. They're probably going into fucking Adopt Me or Jailbreak or other games where there aren't no... Because remember, there are no like sexual romantic things in those games either. Besides the fact that you can... At least in Adopt Me there is romantic sense. But it's more like, you know, you can adopt a child with your partner.
You can have families.
Yeah, that's it. You can have families.
Yeah.
So
you could also be a child.
True.
You can't adopt one, but you can be one. You adopt pets. I love Adopt Me.
Fair enough. I have not played the game in ages, but there's nothing romantic or sexual indoors. Yet they go into it and then they do these ships. It's weird. It's just weird. You got anything to say, or shall we move on?
We can move on, but I am going to mention that instead of revising for my criminology exam, I played Adopt Me in the lesson. I got told off.
Bro, I'm about to speak some true facts about Adopt Me, so listen up. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Anyway.
What if this time, instead of attacking him physically, I attacked him emotionally? Yes, come here, Mouse. I love you. See you tomorrow.
What the f*** was that? What is...
Kind of odd, isn't it?
It is just very odd. Again, I mean, a lot of the points are kind of just being like sort of... a lot of the points are the same, but a lot of these videos I like to gather more than one clip or clips. I like to gather clips rather than just a single one and try, you know, make a case for why a certain side of a fandom is weird. And by the way, the title is a generalization, but everyone generalizes on YouTube. There's not really much, you know... If something came out about Donald Trump that had something to do with Epstein, people will call it the Epstein situation or the Trump situation. They won't give a really in-depth title. No one does. So I'm not going to either. And if you watch these videos thinking that it's the entire fandom, you are just an idiot. Sorry, you're just an idiot.
Genuinely.
There are many times where I've said it's not the entire fandom. It's not the entire fandom. Even though it's a large portion, 8,000 likes, that's quite large for a game, especially for like a ship. Especially from what we usually see. I know you don't do these videos a lot.
Nope.
But a lot of the videos I see have like 100 to 200 likes. So seeing one with 8,000, I know that's not big in terms of TikTok. But in what we usually see, and the general reach and general scope of a video, how it's perceived, it's much bigger than usual. So how truly small is it? And again... There are a lot of videos, like I'm pretty sure there's a video in here that has like 18k likes. I don't know if we've gone past it or we'll get to it, but there is a video in here that has 18k likes. And well, if I can't find it, I'll go back and fact check.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just weird, you know, you've made these two characters kiss. It's just, just weird. I don't even know if they interact in game. At least when I played it, they didn't interact. They were on separate doors.
Yeah, literally on
like,
separate doors.
Seek would chase you for a little bit. Then you get to, what door is it? 50, door 50. And then you get Figure.
I never really got past, like...
Door 10.
yeah, wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad.
But, yeah. So, I don't even know if they interact. Of course, if I'm wrong, let me know. But from what I played, at least when it first came out, I haven't played Doors since, so I could be wrong now. But they didn't interact, so, you know what I mean? It's a little bit weird. Yeah.
That kind of looks like Jeff the Killer.
I think it's supposed to be Rush.
Oh.
Because as you can see here, you have this here, where I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Glitch, and that says Rush. Oh no, Ambush, and Rush. And that guy kind of looks like this guy. So I guess it's Rush. Again, see what I mean? A very small video, 59 likes compared to the 8K.
Tiny.
Now, and these
2024 as well.
They were both uploaded in 2024. What was it, this one? 8K 2024, 9. So a couple months after. So either the fandom completely died out or people don't really like this type of stuff. Which I guess, you know, if you don't like this type of stuff, so what? I don't like this type of stuff. Rush doesn't even have a body in the game, at least from what I've played. Again, of course, if I'm wrong, always, you know,
Check.
not even fact check, correct me.
Yes.
but he doesn't have a physical body. So the fact you've given him a physical body, kind of weird in and of itself. You've humanized him in a way, and then you've made him like super buff. I guess that's to fit either your perspective of how Rush should be, or how you would find him attractive. Maybe you don't find him attractive as like, you know, the entity coming at you, but the fact that you've given him like a really buff, slim, quite an attractive, a conventionally attractive body. Maybe you're trying to make him more trying to make him more, you know what I'm trying to say?
Perceivable to the common.
Trying to make his attractive more physical, I guess.
Yes.
More physical. Because again, everyone has headcanon.
How could you be attracted to any of these?
I don't know. No, fair enough. If you're attracted to this, it's like, I personally don't understand it, but I'm not going to bash on anyone that does.
Me neither.
It's just the fact that you've kind of went out on TikTok, you drew this, and then you uploaded this. So while I find it weird, it's not necessarily harmful. Now, it's much, I guess you can say, worse than the other ones, you know, where it's just like a little peck, or, I mean, we did see a whole makeout, but, you know, this guy is like actually unclothed, you know, he's shirtless. So it's much worse in that sense. You've also given him a human body. I don't know if that's supposed to be hair or cuts.
I think it's supposed to be hair.
Maybe. But it's kind of weird that he has hair here, but hair nowhere else.
It is kind of odd.
You know what I mean? Usually when you see hair, it's like, it's kind of all over. If someone doesn't shave their arm hair, they're probably not shaving their chest hair. Of course, that's just kind of what I'm seeing at first glance. Now, let's be honest. Is it a cut? Probably not.
No.
But it's the way it can be perceived. You know what I mean? It's the way it can be perceived. Also, you know, this is pretty weird because it's Rush holding Ambush by the waist, you know, kind of, guess you can say intimately charged or even sexually charged, depending on how this image decides to, you know, go. A lot of people probably looked at this and were like, hey, I like this. So it could be perceived as sexual. Yeah. Do I? No, not really. Do you?
No.
But it's about how it can be perceived. And you should always say that if you're looking at something and you think that something is something, you should say you think. Yeah. And then it probably isn't. At least if that's what you think. Probably isn't sexually charged for both of these.
For how? Not really, but just some of the 19 hours ago as a comment, and this was uploaded in 2024.
So people are finding this sort of stuff. People are still getting pushed this sort of stuff. Yeah. Also, you got to remember, Doors is probably a demographic full of kids. Now, a lot of adults did play it, like on their YouTube channels. But if we're looking at like
Roblox.
Private players, like and Roblox in general, it is child people, kids.
Children? Is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah, so they may look at this and go, oh, wow, this is pretty, nice. Now, am I saying this shouldn't be on TikTok? No, it's not as bad as anything I've ever seen. It's not as bad as a lot of things I've ever seen. It's just weird.
Odd,
yeah, we find it weird.
Whoa.
Now, this one I don't find odd. This one is like, very, very weird. No, go back.
That is super itchy.
Shopmates. So this is Roblox and Pressure. So Sebastian and I forgot what this guy, Jeff. His name is Jeff. So it's awfully weird. Let's analyze it. Just the image first. So you have Jeff. I think this is Jeff because he's saying Jeff. Wait. You have Jeff grabbing him with his tentacles, wrapping all around his body. Jeff is blushing. The hearts. Sebastian is also blushing, saying, Jeff, wait. Awfully weird. Zooms in, you can see more. It zooms into Jeff, even weirder. And then, well, it gives this person's, thingy, which...
Davis disaster.
Maybe, and here we go, 21,000 likes. So it's not small. It's very, very not small. Now, this is a mix-up of both fandoms.
Green aura with flies.
Yeah. Now this is a mix-up of both fandoms in terms of Pressure and Doors, so maybe that's why it's bigger. It's still awfully weird. Like, Jeff, as we can see, actually doesn't really have a true form to him. He literally just looks like black tentacles. Yet we're shipping Jeff, Mr. Black Tentacle Dude, with Sebastian from Pressure. So now there's a mix-up of fandoms going on. Now, this is much weirder than the ones we've seen already because it feels sexually charged. He's wrapping his tentacles around him. He's blushing really, heavily. His eyes quite hooded. That's kind of like something you see from Pleasure, like hooded eyes. Sebastian, also the same. I don't know if his eyes are closed. Kind of looks like it, but I don't know if that's just his eye colour. The blushing, again. The mouth open. It's all very sexually charged.
The hands above the head.
The hands above the head as well. It's very weird. But you know what? For you guys and for her, I'll get up an image of original Rush and original Jeff and original Sebastian.
Sebastian an anglerfish?
I think so. Okay, so I have got the, images. So this is Sebastian, as you can see. Relatively same. Oh, nothing weird about that. And Jeff. I think Jeff is the weirdest part here because as we can literally see, he is just eyes and tentacles.
Yeah.
Like, throughout all of these images here, there is not one where it shows a true body of Jeff. It's just, like, actually eyes and tentacles.
He's an octopus.
And yet, they still looked at that and saw, wow, that would be really cool to see him with Sebastian. Still, again, you also have to think of this. You have to look at Sebastian, then look at Jeff and go, there's something here. Again, the scenario that we can see being played out. Jeff holding Sebastian's hands above his head. So there's a lot more thought into this than, like, your usual typical fan art. Or at least from what I can see. You don't just wake up one day and go, Sebastian, Jeff, hands over head, blushing. It kind of seems methodical in a way. It almost seems planned out, which again I think is weird. So you've played these two games, maybe you enjoyed them and you thought, there is sexual potential. Because again, I'm looking at this and I can see that this is quite sexually charged. At least from the way I can see it and from all of the telltale evidence, like from what I can see, again, the blushing hooded eyes, it seems like it's no longer just maybe a romantic attraction. It seems sexual. And it's weird to use Roblox characters for your sexual drawings, I guess. Or at least to me, I think that's weird. How do you feel about it?
I still think it's a bit odd, but we're still in it's not harming anybody territory.
You can say that, but remember, so one thing I do say a lot is this sort of content and art can be desensitizing.
Yeah.
A child could then see this and think it be normal to ship two characters together. And again, it's kind of like a spiral. It's a staircase. So you start at the top of the staircase, you get normal stuff like this. But as you go down and down, maybe
I'd say that's pretty far down the staircase. And I guess
this.
It depends. Yeah. And I'd say it depends on like the actual age range for some of these games. Because, I'm pretty sure like the age to play Doors isn't like 8. But then it also differs because there's a specific age for Roblox. What's the age to be able to play Roblox?
Isn't Roblox just like E for everyone?
I don't know.
We can look it up. I mean, it might be Peggy 3.
Maybe, yeah.
Roblox itself does not have a single fixed age rating because it is a platform hosting millions of user-generated experience rather than a single game. However, traditional rating agencies and the platform's own localized safety control categorize it based on its content.
Yeah.
So, official traditional ratings. ESRB, rated for teens. PEGI, classed as parental guidance recommended in UK. So, age 5 to 8.
Yeah.
Strictly restricted to minimal or mild games.
And people lie about their age, so I don't even bother with looking at that because I lie about my age. I'm pretty sure I'm like 22 on Roblox. So, yeah.
True, brother, true. I always just set my age to like 2000, even though now I'm above the age of 18, so I can do a lot of things. I still set it to 2000.
My actual birthday, 2002 for me personally. That's my sweet spot.
Fair enough. I think 200 is just easy to remember. 200.
Yeah, but that feels bait, so I don't do it.
Yeah, but it's not like they're going in to check. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah. So yeah. What were we saying? You said this is pretty far down the rating. Roblox is Oh, it depends on the
staircase.
age of the game rating.
Yeah, I don't know if the games have specific
They do.
age ratings. Yeah,
The
then
games
I guess
do.
it depends.
But one of the things I say, like Team Fortress 2 is a game I did cover, and that game is for 17 and up year olds.
Yeah.
But does that make it okay to then upload sexual content onto TikTok?
No, because TikTok is 13 plus.
It's 13 plus, exactly. So even though, say, Doors was supposed to be for 18 years old, let's headcanon a little bit. Doors was supposed to be for 18-year-old. There's sexual content out the wazoo. It's crazy. It's basically GTA 7. You still couldn't upload, or in my opinion, you still shouldn't be able to upload sexualized or like suggestive fan art to apps like TikTok, because TikTok it still has its own rating. Now, obviously, Doors is a game for probably less than 13 years old, and if not, it's probably 13 years old. What did you say?
I think so as well. I think you can sit there and draw that fan art, but then when you decide to post it on platforms like TikTok, where you know that there are minors on it, it's an issue.
True. But again, still, it's not overly harmful. We are just looking at it in a very objective and very... not narrow, but a very straightforward way of looking at it. We're looking at the image and we're seeing what can be taken away from the image. Maybe emotions that can be felt. A lot of people don't do that with images or things they see on the internet. They look at it and the straight initial reaction they get is what they put to that content. A lot of people saw this and probably were like, good art. And I would say, good art. This is a good drawer. But looking a little bit deeper, there are a little bit more things that can be inferred from this drawing. But it doesn't make it wrong. It's just the way I'm looking at it. You could look at this and see a totally different image. You know what I mean? And that's perfectly fine for you if you think this is okay. I personally think this probably doesn't break any rules on TikTok, so it should be allowed to be here. But it still fits my point of it's a little weird, at least to me. And again, that's my own personal take. That's her personal take. It's a bit odd, but if you think this is normal, fair enough. We can't argue that. If you think it's normal to you. But I find it to be a bit weird. And I'm the host of this show, so 2 fat middle fingers to you.
I'm not gonna do that.
But that's all the clips we have, actually. We turned like 5 clips into like 23 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. Great. I do plan to get TJ and Tyree on here, but today we bought Elixir. See? We bought Elixir on here. So, fan art? Make fan art of it!
No, don't make fan art of me.
Okay. Anya, say it with me now. Anya, see you later. Anya, say oh.